Thank you very much for joining us in the second segment of our show. And this evening we are joined by two lovely ladies. I must warn you, they are very dangerous though. They are sharpshooters. And to my immediate right, I have Agnes Wangeshi. Karibu sana, Agnes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Agnes, you're a sharpshooter.
Sure.
You're what's that thing called? The one who shoots without missing.
That's correct.
Yeah. Good. So you are in the Kenya team, the shooting Kenya team?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Tell us about the recent competition that was in Kirigiti 2 weeks ago over Easter.
The recent competition was African IDPA Championship, which was held for a period of around 5 days or so.
Yes.
We had competitors from outside the country which came in and joined us, whereby we competed, and the final day was on Sunday, whereby we are awarded according to our performances.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also joined by my colleague Caroline Obuya. Caroline, karibu sana.
Thank you.
You are also a sharpshooter and also with the Kenya team.
Yes.
How was it? What was your experience over Easter weekend?
The Easter weekend was a lovely weekend, one of a kind, the first of a kind for me. Bearing in mind it was the first main shoot. I was shooting, like a major shoot, the African Championships.
Okay.
I've attended several of them locally and abroad, but this was the first time that I was taking part in an African Championship, and it was lovely. It was on another level, really, for Kenya to have held such a contest in Kenya.
To have hosted the event, yes.
To have hosted such an event in Kenya.
Yes.
And it came out really successfully. I give them a big...
I'm told that in the 20 or so years that the competition has been held, 18 of those have been in South Africa and 2 in Kenya.
Yes, they've always been held in Kenya. The first one to be held in Kenya was held in 2021, still at the Kirigiti shooting range.
All right.
We even had the IPOC, the international point of contact from South Africa, Mr. Vivian Watley, coming to inspect the place himself. This time around he sent his representative. So both 2021 was good. 2023 they outdid themselves.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Agnes,
yes.
So you by day you are a civil servant.
Yeah, sure.
You work for the police force, right?
Yes.
How do you blend this? You have a gun which is what you use for shooting, which obviously is outside of your professional work.
Not
and,
really.
And then you have another gun for the professional work as and when it calls. How do you balance that?
As a police officer, you're taught to balance stuff. And coming to this sport, that is shooting sports, you have to have that discipline for you to succeed in the sport. Because when you're at work, you have to behave. You're at work, and after work, it's sports.
All right.
So the balance must be there.
Okay. Because you're obviously very good at what you do, especially the shooting side. I don't know about your other professional side. Did you go to South Africa for the other competitions?
Yeah, sure.
You've been there?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think, what is so structurally different between the facilities that they have in South Africa and the facilities that we have in this country?
You see, as a sport in Kenya, we've come from far. And by saying that, we had issues of props and the ranges in our country. But after visiting different shooting competitions outside the country, we are now catching up with South Africa. In fact, we have very beautiful ranges in Kenya. And I can say we are above the...
You're above average?
Average.
Okay.
Compared to South Africa.
Okay.
You can say we are at same level with South Africa.
In terms
in spite of their facilities, the ranges.
All right.
For them, they started like a long time ago before us. But the pace that we are at, surely
we are likely to
catch up.
And possibly surpass them.
Sure.
That is nice for this country. Caroline.
Yes.
What's your take on, say, the equipment that you use here and the equipment that you've seen abroad? You are in a tournament in Europe. Was it in Europe?
In South Africa.
South Africa. Only you haven't been to Europe. Okay. The equipment that they use versus vis-a-vis the equipment that we use
I've
here.
been to Europe, but not with the squad here.
Yes.
But I've been to a range in, a regular range.
Just a range, not a competition.
Where they're having a competition, but not a major competition.
Okay.
And still, from that point of view,
yes,
I can tell that in terms of the equipment they're much more prospered. So let me talk about South Africa, where
yes,
I've been several times, and
okay,
I've been in the main competitions, all the main competitions.
Right.
They're very well equipped. Let me say that they manufacture most of the competitors, they manufacture their own ammo in the backyard of the homes. Yes.
Wow.
The way you rear kitchen at behind you have a small garden.
That she would come for us.
So those machines have gone to their gun shops in the South Africa. They are sold. They go to those gun shops and buy the machines for making the ammo. So you find that they get the ammo cheaply, unlike here in Kenya, where
okay,
the shooters, the competitors, have to cough money, a lot of money to buy the ammo, and we use live ammunition. So you find that it's much more expensive. So for them, when it comes to practicing, since they manufacture their own ammo,
yes,
in the backyard, it's very easy for them, and then they recycle it. They have a way that they recycle the ammo they use, and they redo it again, and then they come to use it at the garage. So so in terms of the resources they invest into the sport, it's much cheaper for them as compared.
So they can actually afford now, whereas you are struggling to buy your ammo, they are struggling to improve their facilities because they already have their ammo.
Yes, and they also have several, when it comes to manufacturing the sporting item, which I mean the firearm.
There's options.
They have several, factories that manufacture them there. So it's very affordable for them over there. Yes.
Very nice. Agnes, what's going on? What are we watching on screen?
We have Sami Onyango there. Sami Onyango is competing. That is Shaba shooting range.
Yes.
But this one is Kirigiti.
Yes.
Shooting range. Someone is competing and trying to shoot the targets, trying to be accurate and fast.
All right. So just break it down for us and for our viewers. You see, shooting is not a game like football. In football, you just need to be in the stadium, you know who has won and who has lost. Shooting is a bit more technical. What happens and how is one graded and how are scores awarded and how do you compete against each other?
Okay, in shooting we have different categories, different rankings. So for you to attain the highest rank, you must first start with the lowest rank and then
you progress
like that. The highest rank that we have in Kenya is master. We have several masters in Kenya. We have several sharpshooters in Kenya, but we have also the novice shooters and the other ones that are not classified. So you have to start somewhere, practice, then upgrade with time. For you to get up there, you have to really work hard. You really have to give your time, money, practice a lot for you to reach a certain stage. Sure.
So in your view, I mean, where do you see shooting in this country in the next 5 years, 10 years? Where do you see us?
You can say 5 years is a long time. Give us 2 years, because why do I say that? Because the government, through the Ministry of Sports, through CS Sababu Namwamba, has come in to support shooting. Okay. You see, before they came in, there was a lot of difficulties to perform in terms of money, in terms of traveling outside to participate in competitions. But now that the government is in supporting us fully, we are looking for very gross improvement in our shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caroline,
Yes.
Where do you think we are vis-a-vis before we get to the Olympics, for example?
We are in a very good position, and I'm glad that my colleague here said that at least the government has come in fully to support us. We have very young people as young as 12 years old who are shooting right now at the range, and there is so much hope in them. So what I can say that I want to challenge us. I want to challenge, even though the masters that we are very good shooters even among the masters. I want to challenge them to take up to go for the qualifiers in the International Sports Shooting Federation, so that they can qualify, even to see if they can qualify to go and take part in the Olympics. Paris 2024 is coming, and there is about 370 people thereabouts who will be taking part in the competition. In shooting, we'll have 170 men, 170 women. Why can't Kenya be among those that are taking part? Why are we leaving it to just you'll hear Russia, Ukraine, Bolivia, China, America? It's high time, East Africa, because we have very good shooters, even from South Africa.
So sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but is there like a qualifying time or a qualifying number of times that you must shoot within a minute or something?
Yes.
How does one qualify to?
Yes, in shooting, you must first have taken part in the International Sports Shooting Federation at least 2 matches. From there, you are gauged. We have a committee that will weigh.
What you did 2 weeks ago, was that part of the international circuit?
Yes. It was a build-up.
That was a part of the international circuit.
Sure. Yes, it was
so
a build-up.
That's not a qualifier, so to say.
It was not a qualifier.
That's a build-up to a qualifier.
It's a build-up to a qualifier. So once you take part in the International Sports Shooting Federation, from there, it's like the way they go for the hits.
Yes.
The in athletics and such like that's how also shooting sports. So you have to attend 2 events before you can qualify for them. We had a Kenyan who almost actually qualified for the Olympics in shooting. If you remember Bavit Chudasama,
it
is a Paralympian.
Right.
He almost qualified for the Tokyo 2020. He just missed it slightly in Lima, Peru, but he almost qualified. So shooting in Kenya, we are very good talent. We just now that the government has come in and is supporting shooting, I'm very hopeful that it's going to go to the next level.
It's going to go to the next level.
Yes.
Agnes.
Yes.
We know that you do this. You seem to do this as a passion. This is like a hobby for you. Do you think if you were professional, if this is what you did from morning till evening, do you think it would take you further? And where you are, what are you looking at? Are you looking at how far can you go with the kind of, where you are now? How far can you go with shooting?
You see, shooting needs time to practice. Any other sport needs time.
I think every sport needs time.
Yes, any other sport. So if I get the whole day, the whole week, the whole month practicing shooting, I'm sure I'll be a grandmaster also.
Okay. Do we have, so now then I ask, because you two were in the competition, but you are clearly not professional. That's not your first profession. That's not like your calling. Yeah. So do we have in Kenya, any individuals who are actually professional sharpshooters? They do nothing but...
Not really. You see, you have to live a life. You have to... You have to feed your family.
You have to live a life, yes.
You have to feed your family.
Yes.
You have to have a life.
You mean this cannot give you a life?
No, it doesn't pay as such. It's just you can't say like it's like athletics or football. That's a very different sport. With shooting, I think it's more passion than what you get. Yes.
So it's more of what you give than what you receive.
Yes.
Okay. Carol, how do you balance between your work here and, you know, your hobby, which I think is a very expensive hobby.
Sure.
How do you balance? How do you balance and still be so good at both?
It's my job, because I take it like it's my job. You know, I'm doing it as a hobby, and at the same time, I'm doing it as a job. You know, I'm a reporter. At the same time, you know, that's how I was ingrained in it. I just started, you know, like just as a reporter in the reporting about shooting sports to, you know, the Standard Media Group.
Yes.
And so that's how I grew up in it until I started shooting by just watching them, how they're doing it, traveling with them wherever they go. So that's how I found myself into it until now. I became a competitor also.
Right.
So I've never really found it like challenging, so to speak, because it's the passion has been there, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, since the word go. Yes.
So when you actually go for this, you are not going to, you're not looking for anything in particular other than self-satisfaction.
It's you're looking for the skill you need. You know, this. Let me put it this way: shooting. With shooting, you need to be, you know, focused. You need resilience. You need a certain level of sanity. You know,
yes.
You cannot afford to have, you know,
some focus in your mind.
Yeah, out of focus. You know.
Yes.
Like I said, you're dealing with a very sensitive, you know, item, a sporting item. It's not like you know, a golf ball or a football or whatever. No, and that's why you need your mind very clear. That's why you need to be very alert. So your level of alert has to be, you know, A1. You have to be focused. You have to be there. You cannot afford to be away while you're at the range. So all those, it has actually taught me. Let me now come. It has taught me all that, to be focused. To be resilient, to be there, to be to work with discipline, precision, you know, all those things. I have, you know, perfected them while at the range.
That's very interesting. Do any of you play golf?
Not really.
Because that sounds like golf you're describing. It's exactly the same kind of things. But that's for another day. Agnes, you're a policewoman. Do you find shooting interfering in your work, or are you okay, or you just know how to divide your time, how to cut time for profession, cut time for pleasure, hobbies, nini?
Okay, shooting doesn't interfere with my work. In fact, it encourages me.
It makes you better.
Yes, it makes me better.
Okay.
It makes me better, and it makes me focused.
All right.
And disciplined.
Discipline seems to be the common denominator here.
Sure.
Tell us, what are these?
These are awards which I got during the IDPA African Championship. And this one is a medal which I also got a week ago on Sunday. We had a level 4 IPSC match at Ngong Race Course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Caroline, I think you didn't get the memo. But
I didn't get the memo. I carry it next time.
What did you win?
A beautiful best, you know, best lady award at the event.
All right.
A beautiful trophy. You know, I should have carried it here. You see
That's
it. You know.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Take a picture and send. You guys, we had your chairman a few weeks ago, and he told us that you're training young children. You want to start this, you know, from the very early age, yeah?
Like an academy.
Yes, in conjunction with the Kenya Academy of Sports. How is that progressing? How is that going?
There is a program that is being rolled by Ngao Kenya Federation.
By?
Ngao Kenya.
Yes. The National Gun Owners Association.
Sure.
Right.
So they are rolling this program that they're planning to go uko mashinani and get some people who are interested, people that have passion, or children and women that have passion in this game, to come up with them and guide them and motivate them to join this sport.
Okay.
Because when a kid or Sport shooter.
person,
Yeah,
yes.
a young person start the shooting sports while they're young. They tend to girls to get more skills
Yes.
and learn
Yes.
when they are from the tender ages
Yes.
and become very good.
And hopefully that's where we are now going to get those professionals that I'm talking about.
Sure.
Somebody who breathes shooting, sleeps shooting, and just they dream shooting.
Yeah, that's
that's what they do from morning till evening.
Sure.
And professional. So how would they earn their bread if you're a professional sharpshooter?
The government will come up with something and support the cause. Yes.
Okay. Have you already started working with the Kenya the sports academy?
Not yet, but
Yes.
I think they're planning to roll up the program.
Okay.
The one that have been rolled up is this pink target. It's for bringing together ladies that have passion in shooting and supporting them
Okay.
to become good in shooting.
Okay.
And it's also a shooting with a cause to raise money through shooting and support the less fortunate.
The less fortunate in society.
Sure.
Wonderful. Carol?
Yes.
Your last word on this? We seem to have run out of time.
Yeah, like I want to support the pink target that was launched by the National Gun Owners Association, and Pauline Munyi, the chair lady of the group, is doing a really good job. She's bringing people together. She's trying to reach to a lot of stakeholders, and I challenge the women out there to come and join the pink target. We have a lot of support from the former CS Amina Mohammed, who is a strong supporter of their honorary members, Monica Juma, all those people. So I'm challenging all the other ladies, the first lady of Nairobi County and the rest, to come on board and support this cause.
You have all the power women. Okay, excellent.
Yes.
Thank you.
So truly they've been supportful, and so it's growing.
All right.
Yes.
Agnes, in half a minute.
I also want to urge women out there to come up and support this project that is supporting women and the less fortunate. And whoever is at home and listening to us, kindly bring your kids.
Okay.
I'm sure there are a lot of kids out there that would want to come and experience shooting. Let them come, experience, shoot, and enjoy, so that we can get the future generation in shooting.
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you football fans by any chance? What team do you support? Arsenal. You know that Wednesday what's going to happen or what's not going to happen? You know that?
Of course, I know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
There's going to be a win.
Arsenal will win?
Yes.
Well done.
I don't think so.
You obviously don't support Arsenal. Who do you support?
I support Manu, but...
You support Manu. For your information, Manchester United is currently losing 0-1 to Sevilla. And Harry Maguire is playing.
It can't be.
So, who do you think is going to win the Premier League?
Not Arsenal.
Not anyone else other than Arsenal?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, we have some football matches over the weekend as we wind up. In England, we have Arsenal playing Southampton tomorrow night. So if you don't win tomorrow, then it's pointless to go to the Etihad on Wednesday. Fulham is playing Leeds on Saturday in the early kickoff. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, Leicester Wolves, and on Sunday we have Newcastle versus Tottenham, the two teams that are fighting greatly for 3 and 4. Of course, on Sunday we know that we have the London Marathon. We'll keep you posted on that one. We also have the FA Cup that is now in the semi-finals, and that's on Sunday. We have Manchester City versus Sheffield United on Saturday at Wembley, and Brighton Man United at Wembley on Sunday. So, and ladies, we also have the Women's Victoria T20 Series that's ongoing in Kampala at Lugongo. We'll keep you posted on the results of what happens. We'll tell you how the Kenya team is performing. I'm afraid not very well, but maybe the fortunes will change.
Hopefully.
We have to come to a close now. Time moves so quickly when you're having fun. We must thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on The Scoreboard. Good night.